agencies in Hong Kong than there are Starbucks, McDonald's and 7-Elevens put together, and the Employment Agency Administration only has 17 staff who are supposed to investigate and monitor their activities.
How can we try to protect ourselves? Here is some kind of tips from you, and it is basically coming from the Money Lending Ordinance in Hong Kong. I will recommend you to read through all the Money Lending Ordinance before you go to lend a money. The first step is that make sure you find the right money lender. And you can ask your friend if they can recommend you some good money lenders when you really need the money. And then you can also check online whether there were some news report about it, whether there were some people discuss and judge it, and also know your agency website, which you can find whether there was some illegal connection between the employment agency and the money lender. So here is the website, and look at these two companies. They have the exact address. We can see it in the map. So if you type the name of one of the agency and you search it in the agency search, you can find out that this helper place is the same address with the money lender. So this kind of two agency will have some problem exist. And please make sure that you understand all the contents in the loan documents. Employment agency will ask you to sign a lot of contracts. If you do not pay attention to, you may sign a long document. So if you can't understand the content, please ask your friend to translate for you, or you can search for some NGOs for help. Like there was an NGO named Help, H-E-L-P. It will help you to understand the loan document and tell you if there was any risk beneath it. Third, make sure that all the content is legal. If you have already have a loan document, you can read through it now and find out there was anything illegal there. If it is, you can turn to the police office, you can turn to the money lender companies and tell them that you don't need to pay those kind of fees because they are illegal, and you do not need to pay them based on the law. The first thing is the interest rate. According to the ordinance, you do not need to pay the rate exceeds 48%, and the charge of the expense is not recoverable, which means that you do not need to pay any expense of the company's business, like expense of their surveys, the expense of them trying to find you on security. Third, if they charge you on compound interest, which means interest on interest, they are illegal too. Fourth, it is illegal to increase the interest based on the loan documents need to be signed by you, and you must get a copy of all the documents within 7 days. It is a basic requirement in the Money Lending Ordinance. If you find out that you do not get the copy, will be illegal and you don't need to pay back the money. So please check that if you have signed the contract and have all the copies. These 4 requirements may be a little tricky, but again, you can turn to some NGOs or legal aid surveys. They will help you to analyze the documents.
所以我们想在这里恳请香港政府加强对香港劳工处的人力还有财力的投入，也恳请香港劳工处更好的实施新的雇佣条例，以帮助解决非法中介公司的这个问题。